Good day, do you have a minute? Do you have a minute? Yeah? Yeah, of course you have a minute. Just lend us your tears and your attention and we'll take care of everything. And we'll give you an opportunity to virtually experience and see on what it takes to become a student production manager. So let's go. Come on. Please don't leave us. That was our feelings. So let's go. First of all, production managers or PMs work in a diverse group of people. These are the office coordinators, the artistic, and the technical crew, and don't forget the management team to ensure that technical elements of the show are completed on time, safely, and on budget. To achieve this career, one must be very organized and knowledgeable about how theaters and events work, and one should be able to work well with different kinds of people. So now, we'll give you useful tips to head start your production management journey. Tip number 1. Beware of the stages of the production first. In every production, there are 3 stages: the pre-production, the production, and post-production. As PMs, we are always needed. Our task in pre-production is to gather meetings with the staff to make the proposed budget, production schedule, and initial design draft clear with everyone. Then collect the contact information from each member to know how to communicate with them, and reserve venues and other logistical requirements for the show. It is crucial in this stage to constantly remind the staff about their deadlines and update everyone with their upcoming tasks. On the show day, PMs help in distributing foods and water to its staff, ushering the audience to their seats, giving out evaluation sheets, and keeping the backstage and the pantry organized. Then, when the show ends, there will be an inventory check, gathering of documentation from the start of the production until the end, and the final meeting to discuss none other than SWOT. Tip number 2. Manage your time well. PMs are assigned with a lot of tasks, paperwork, and meetings. That is why we have to learn and know how to manage our time wisely. Some tips we can practice not only in production management but also in our daily lives: being organized and flexible, and knowing how to prioritize and delegate. Having a planner with you, or even just make use of your calendars or reminders apps on your phone, will really help you on staying organized. Tip number 3. Use application design for organizing and sharing files. They say that dogs are man's best friend. Urf, urf. And that is true. But as student production manager, Google Drive is our best buddy. There are tons of papers and files that you need to compile. That is why it is essential to save it all into one place. Tip number 4. Manage attendance. Another important skill to practice in supervising the workplace is being able to manage attendance. By monitoring attendance in every meeting or activity, we can determine which members arrive early, on time, or consistently late. By that, we'll know who can work well and those who may have problems. As production managers, we have to make sure that everyone is productive and follows the production schedule to avoid crammings and delays. Tip number 5. Always take down minutes of the meeting. Taking down the details and information of the certain meeting is one of the most important tasks. Attentiveness and a good listening is the key for being a good student production manager. With taking down the minutes, you will be able to produce a reminder aid, a list of dates, a copy for the other members of your team in case of confusion. They might forget. They can use it as a guide on what agreements were made. Just an advice: doing minutes of the meeting is that we must not underestimate. Small things like taking down notes or information, because a time where they will come that you'll be needing it, and it's going to help you eventually. Being attentive when watching this video is the start of being a good student production manager. Oh, don't forget to take down notes. These tips can also be applied in our lives, in other fields or industries, not just in theater. So, do you have what it takes to become a student production manager? And I'm sorry, what? This isn't competition. This isn't the Anyway, you have seen and virtually experienced a life of being a student production manager. And as long as you can manage your time wisely and you can be responsible enough and also being committed to your job, you can be us. You can be whatever you want. What do you know? Thank you guys. Thank you so much.